Biography on is called The Tribe by the author Mohammed Ahmad. This book is nearly a square shape as you can see, and it shows stone carvings on an intricate design. The title of the book, The Tribe, shows where the author's Arabic sounding name conjures the question of culture and identity of an us and them. It is a very effective way which is used to set up the reader for this fascinating book. The book is bendable and flexible, and it has soft covered paperbacks. The book has no paste downs or free end papers, and all the pages are written on. Each page in the book is called a leaf. When we open up the book, the left side is called a verso and the right side is called a recto. And if I gather all the pages together like this, then we may call it a page or a text block. This part of the book is called the spine of the book, and the opposite side is called a foredge. This shows that the book and its pages are uncut or untrimmed. The top of the book is called a top edge, and the bottom is called the foot of the book. The first page we turn to shows the author's name and his title of his book. The next page shows the author's name. The next page shows the title of the book. When we turn to this page, we have the copyright page, which contains the bibliographical data of the book, where it was published, the publication date, and the published by whom. The page beside is a dedication page that was written by the author, which states, "For my family who will never read this, and for Jane who has read this first." Moving on to the next page, we can see the contents page now, and we can see that the book is broken into 3 parts. And the page after it begins with the first part of the story. So if I go back at the copyright page right here, and right at the top corner we can see and find useful information about the book, and we could see that the book was being published in 2014 by the Writing and Society Research Centre at the University of Western Sydney by the imprint Garamanjo Publishing Company. This book was recommended to me by a friend last year who read it and was fascinated about the way it was written and told. What makes this book quite interesting is that it's written from a child's perspective who focuses on the relationship between the 3 generations of his extended family. This book is in excellent condition. Looking closely at its cover, front and back, and the pages, you could see that it's in excellent condition. There are no signs of any tears or cuts, and there are no identifying marks on this book, as well as there are no reading signs that the book has been bent, read, or flipped. There is no discoloration, and looking carefully at it, you can see that even though if you bend the book back like this, because the spine is small, it's quite hard for it to be bent in half like most other books. I have read this book entirely. It was amazing and fascinating in every way, and I recommend it to anyone who enjoys reading. After reading the book, I stored it in with its other friends on the bookshelf in my room. In order to find out more information about the book, I needed to do more research here and there. Taking into account that the book is a first edition, it doesn't provide quite enough information about itself. So the first site I visited was Goodreads. Here I found out another 3 editions of the book covering different formats, such as a paperback, which was rated at 3.6 stars out of 5, a Kindle edition, which was rated 2 out of 5 stars, and an ebook that was rated 0. There was an overall of 43 ratings and 10 reviews that have been added by 102 people and 47 people who wanted to read it. The price of the book was a decent one. It was $9.78. The ebook and the Kindle edition seemed not to be much popular as the paperback. I would agree so with that, because the hard copy of the book is small and it's much easier to hold and read it, and it's only 156 pages. Further through my research, I found out that the author has also written another 2 books. One was called Western Sydney and the other Emerging Writer, An Insider's Guide to Your Writing Journey, Volume 4. Next, I visited eBay, where I found another 4 paperback copies being copied and sold and bought, each ranging at different prices, but all available within Australia. Amazon did not have a lot of information about the book, and going off of the statistics shown earlier, it would seem that people would have used Goodreads and sites to rate the book. They only had 4 reviews, but even though the reviews were set between 4.5 out of 5-star rating for it, although the book has not been so popular on the internet purpose because it's a small book and it's still not only less than 2 years old, there are not many reviews and sellings of it yet, but still it's an amazing book recommended to read. The popularity and success of the book could change over the coming years.